Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of my podcast Explore and Engage with Anam. There are lots of speculations about Robert F. Kennedy Jr. running as a third-party candidate. Right now, as we know it, RFK Jr. is running as a Democrat. He's running for the office of the president as a Democrat. RFK Jr. has been very outspoken on COVID-related issues, and there appears to be growing support for him. But he's running as a Democrat, which means that he's challenging incumbent President Joe Biden in a primary. Now, if you ask me to guess, I can tell you that it is probably not going to be a very fair and impartial primary process within the Democratic Party. The Democrats, I believe, will not give Robert F. Kennedy Jr. a fair chance, meaning there likely won't be any on-stage debate with incumbent President Joe Biden. So in that case, could someone like RFK Jr. decide to run as a third-party candidate? I don't know the answer. But there appears to be speculations that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. may run as a third-party candidate. Once again, we don't know if he will do that. But if he does that, the question is, what impact would that have on the outcome of the general election? We don't know. There are way too many questions than answers. But there are people who believe that RFK Jr. running as a third-party candidate would take votes away from Joe Biden, which means it would then help the Republican candidate, the Republican nominee who's going to be running against Joe Biden. Now, that's just speculation. There's no way to know for sure. And then there are speculations that Senator Joe Manchin may run as a third-party candidate. Once again, the question is he going to do that? We don't know. We don't even know if Joe Manchin will run for president or not. So, these are all questions that people have, but we don't know the answers to any of these. But there's one thing that I have noticed, and that is Democrats seem to be worried about third-party candidates. But why is that? Why is that? That's the obvious question. Why are Democrats worried about third-party candidates? Because Joe Biden and his teammates are afraid of challenges. That's the answer that I can come up with. The Biden administration's policies are terrible. From immigration policy to foreign policy to domestic healthcare policies surrounding COVID, the administration has performed extremely poorly. And we are still suffering from inflation because of Democrat policies and reckless spending. Our reputation, our country's reputation at the global stage has been hurt because of Biden administration and their policies. So it is not a surprise that President Joe Biden and his Democrat allies are afraid of being challenged by other Democrats. They want to run away from questions and debates. On the other hand, you look at the Republican Party. The Republican Party is fine with debates. Republicans are okay with competition. Competition will help the best candidate emerge from the field of Republican candidates running for the office of the president. Now, right now, we have several candidates running for president from the Republican side, and they are coming up with fresh ideas, good policies, and these GOP candidates are really working hard to win votes. There's Donald Trump, there's Ron DeSantis, Tim Scott, Nikki Haley, Mike Pence, and there are many others. Now, they have many differences in policies. They may have disagreements among them on a number of issues, and that's fine. It's all about the voters making the decision. The voters will make the decision, and the best candidate will emerge. So going back to the question of whether RFK Jr. will run as a third-party candidate or not? Well, let me ask you, what do you think? Share with me your thoughts. You can connect with me by going to tawsifanam.net. Check out my website. You can send me a message. You can let me know what you think. You can also find me on social media. And before I conclude this episode, I want to thank you all for continuing to listen to my podcast. And I will wait to hear from you. And I hope to be back again soon with a new episode. Thank you.